It's Verbal Pig Radio. We back at you again. This is where we give you a verbal image of life, and we're just everyday people. I'm not looking for the fame and the glory, we just everyday people enjoying life, But I gotta clarify some things up. When I talk about black or black people, I'm simply talking about from the lightest of light to the darkest of dark. I don't see a difference within the color of black people, because that one drop of melanin came from that triple darkness, that black universe, that dark matter, that one drop. So when they say you gotta give homage, you have to say thanks if you love yourself for however many drops you got in you. One drop, 1,000 drops. It all came from the same source. So when I'm speaking on that issue, I'm talking about us as a whole, whether you in the Caribbeans or whether you in Africa, America, Haiti, whether you the blacks in Japan, Australia, wherever you may be. That's who I'm speaking on as a whole, because the same system that was used on us as a whole, it was just done in whatever language you speak. So when people say, you a Muslim, you supposed to know Arabic. When I'm here in America speaking English, the knowledge is the knowledge. Now, it would be good to know and beneficial to know another language. But until we there, we have to understand first what we know and get the gist and all that we can acquire out of that language and that knowledge that we naturally speak. And I'm saying this to all those who say, if you a Muslim, you learn Arabic. The knowledge came to us in English. So we don't get caught up in little traps, because your mind has to stay focused on the goal. Don't let the traps trip you up. Those are called distractions, because if I can delay you from your journey, you might get frustrated and quit. Or if I can delay you from your journey, you might get confused and forget where you was going to in the first place. So a distraction really is just a delay. Don't get tripped up by those. And the purpose and the reason I'm saying this is because there is a problem. Whites have recognized racism within this country. All races recognize it. But the solution it's like Abraham. Go out and find me 50. Couldn't find 50. Go out and find me 40 righteous within Sodom and Gomorrah, with the axe that was carrying on, in a sense. God was getting ready to destroy it. And Abraham was saying, everybody in the city, even the righteous, So God said, okay, well, go find 50, go find 40. You know, I'm counting down the numbers, but basically I'm saying they got down to, okay, well, go find one. Then that's similar to go get the information. Go get people who willing to understand who they are. Go learn. Go seek and find people. Find that knowledge. Find a way to solve this situation. You know, because that's meaning that within the human or the people that there is hope that things can be leveled off. Because the alternative is when we tried everything, we going and finding this situation to try. We go and find, okay, well, let's try this situation. Maybe that will solve the problem. Okay, well, let's do it like this. Then maybe, you know, we can get their attention. Well, let's do it this way. You know, different methods on trying to come with an answer to an age-old problem. Because once all of that wears off, then the next step is separation. We can't get along. Let us separate and do for ourselves and build for ourselves if we can be equal members of this society. That's mathematics. And I know you've heard Brother Farrakhan speak on that wise. Because that is wisdom. That is absolute wisdom. And you often hear the minister refer to husband and wife and explaining that narrative. When two people can't get along, the next step is the divorce. They can't reconcile their differences. So the question is asked, and Rodney King asked the question, can we all just get along? And I believe Brother Neely Fuller talked on that he was about him actually asking. That was a question he's putting out to the world. Can we all just get along? Is this actually a reality? And the reason you know it's in reality because you have people in different states all throughout the country echoing the same cry. It's not just in your community, in your city. This is a worldwide thing that's going on. And the people, you in Houston, you haven't met the people in Milwaukee. You in Baton Rouge, you haven't met the people in Florida, but they all echoing the same thing. So that means it's being done throughout the nation. And you have people of all races who are sincere and their plight to come with a solution to end these things, to try to pass legislation to equal things out, fighting to end police brutality. You know, but the fight goes on and on to where it gets to a point where we come to terms. It gets to a point to where, okay, let's sit down and talk level-headedly and feel free to express what's on your mind, or your concerns, or what you want to be represented as. And the other side gives their testament, gives their reasons, provides their evidence, provide the timeline, provides the proof, and says, how are we going to rectify all of this? How are we going to, or what method that we can come to terms on to where it's fair for everybody? What can we agree upon? We taking it from there. Now, how that takes place or calms down, I don't know. I'm just simply saying that that's a direction that this path that we're on can take. Because when a problem occurs and you're seeking a solution to the problem, it's several ways that you can come to a solution or to arrive at a point. The best way from point A to B is a straight line. But if the straight line has cloggage, then you create your right and your left. Curve and still get to the point, but the goal is to get to the point, get to resolving it, because you don't want to, how can I say, pass on the stress of the atmosphere of this current situation to the next generation, and then the next generation, and the next generation keep dealing with a age-old problem. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Dialogue is good. And, I'll keep posting the video of the Lano in Cypress, Texas, Highway 6 area, Barker Cypress in West Little York, was pulled over. Right tire touched the markings in the road. Cop pulled them over. Cop said, I smell marijuana. Cop told him to get out the car. Cop told him to turn around. Cop proceeded to put handcuffs on this 19-year-old black male. Never found any marijuana. Never read him his rights. Never placed him under arrest. His mindset was, why am I going through all this commotion and hassle because I veered across the lane and veered back in my right driving lane? This seemed unreasonable. I want to plead my case. We'll pick it up at a later time. Vero Pick Radio. We're just everyday people discussing everyday things.